Welcome back. We have been following this potential deal for weeks. Finally, Paramount has emerged as the lead buyer in the high-stakes bid for Warner Bros. Discovery.
Netflix unexpectedly withdrew from the deal, clearing the way for Paramount. Here to break down what this all means for the current and future media landscape is MSU Film and Media Studies professor Vincent Piturro. Vincent, good to see you again.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Yeah, we're glad to have you here. It's been, a little while since this announcement, and there's updates that certainly have happened since that Netflix has backed out. And I think one of the main questions is, I thought once you get to a certain point in these negotiations, you can't back out. Were you surprised to see this happen?
I think everybody was very surprised to see this happen, but I don't think it got to the point where Netflix couldn't back out. Now, there are some political machinations going on here. Not my job to talk about the politics of it. That's probably somebody from another department. But the end result is that Netflix, when they backed out, Paramount stepped in again. Now, Paramount was the original suitor, and then Netflix came in. Then they dropped out, and Paramount came back.
So now that Paramount it's truly the lead here, right? It doesn't sound like there's any other bids. So what happens next? And also, just in general, we keep talking about the impact on the industry. What is the impact on the industry as we continue to watch this progress?
Okay, I'm going back in my crystal ball now that we talked about last week. And so the first thing that's going to happen that we're going to see, that consumers will see, is that Paramount Plus and the HBO Max streaming services will merge together. So HBO Max, Paramount's already announced that HBO Max will no longer exist, and that will be underneath the Paramount Plus umbrella. So those two streaming services will come together. We'll certainly see some price creep on the consumer end. On the film end, who knows what's going to happen? We may see some lower production in the amount of films that they produce, and the amount of films that go into theaters may come down a little bit as well.
Yeah, that doesn't sound like a good thing. As a cinephile, like the more, more movies, the better, the more options you have, more foreign films that are brought into America. This just doesn't seem like a good thing from your, cinephile hat. What do you think?
Oh, yeah. Every year, though, this happens as companies merge more and more. These companies don't do these deals to lose money. So the first thing they do when they merge is they lay off staff. That means fewer people working. That means fewer movies are going to be made. But going to the movies is kind of a double-edged sword, right? There's two ends to that. The companies have to make movies, but we as consumers have to go to the movies.
True.
So I would say to viewers out there, go to the movies. The more we go to the movies, the more movies that will be made.
What do you think about the back catalogs? If all these people keep merging, you talk about HBO Max becomes part of Paramount. Can you still go back and find Sopranos and Sex and the City and everything else? I mean, it would be a disservice to get rid of that for the viewers to still go back in time, right?
Oh, no, absolutely. You'll still be able to see those. HBO Max has tons of content now that, even though it's under Paramount, will still be right up there near the top of the list. The Sopranos, Harry Potter movies. So yeah, they'll still be available to us for sure.
I don't know what that says about my watching habits, from Sopranos to Sex and the City.
Well, I mean, I watch, when there's nothing else to watch on TV, I watch Sex and the City reruns and have for the last 10 years. So we need those. Professor Piturro, thank you.
Yeah, thanks for having me.